gosh, what is his name? I don't even remember.
Jim.
Oh, no way.
Oh, no.
We're so cooked.
Oh, no. All right, guys. I feel like that's how I saw every single one.
It is.
It's cold. It's early. And it's 28 Bone Temple time.
And it's 28 degrees outside. Look.
It probably is, actually.
It might be close.
Yeah. Today we're talking about Bone Temple.
Which is the second movie and the fourth movie, but kind of the third movie.
Yeah, I don't think I could have said it better myself, honestly.
Which, if you want an explanation, it's the second of the 28 years. And it's all you kind of need for the context of this movie, mostly, except there's two other movies before the 28 years movies.
But one of them doesn't really matter.
But the first one's the only one you need to watch. So it's
the
kind
first
of
one does matter.
It's kind of like the second movie of maybe a trilogy, but there's kind of one movie of context, but there's two movies of context.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is the Bone Temple. It's starring a ton of people. I don't think this one was shot on iPhone, right?
No.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't realize that the last one was shot on iPhone. I should have. I'm just kind of stupid, but yeah. So we saw this last night.
We did say it last night.
I would say something that I appreciate about a lot of these movies, actually all of them, is they are like an hour and 50 minutes.
Yeah.
Basically all of them.
100%.
They do not overstay their welcome, and I actually appreciated that.
I do.
So, yeah. I don't know. What'd you think of your experience watching The Bone Temple last night?
Okay. I think Jack O'Connell is a great villain.
Yes.
I think he's phenomenal.
He killed it. Tore up the screen.
You look at Sinners, you look at this movie, and he is freaking terrifying.
Yes. And very watchable. Very, very good on screen.
Yep.
Yes.
This movie is very graphic.
Wildly graphic.
And, that's kind of the cliche thing to say, but also it's the thing that, hits my mind the moment I think of this movie. So,
yeah.
It's just super violent.
Yes.
Which I think does elevate the story in the sense of to demonstrate how evil.
Yeah, there are
cult
stakes,
is.
and I think stakes are very well established.
Yeah.
What I like about this movie is that, and I kind of said this on yesterday's podcast, but it picks up right where we left off.
Yeah, that's true.
We are, there's maybe a very tiny time jump, and then we are just back in with all the characters that you care about. Aaron Taylor Johnson's just not in this movie at all.
Which did kind of piss me off.
He's not also in any of the marketing, so it's not a spoiler. But, I feel like the story, also a lot of the elements of the story were set up in the first one. And without spoilers, the prologue of the first one, I thought it was about Aaron Taylor Johnson's character for the whole movie, by the way.
Yeah.
And it's actually about Jimmy. So, this whole thing is set up, and it's kind of interesting. So, I don't know. But, I don't know. What did you like? What did you dislike about Bone Temple?
I do think it's a little interesting and a little weird.
Yes.
This is where it was all going.
Yeah.
I'm like Alex Garland wrote both of these movies.
Yes, he did.
And clearly this was his intention. It was set up from the first shot of 28 years.
Yes.
Which is fine.
Yes.
But also why? Why is this where you went in your zombie apocalypse?
It's very interesting direction. I don't think I ever could have predicted it. I give this movie props and the first 28 years movie for originality.
No, for sure.
These are very original. You're not going to watch anything like them. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. There were a lot of storylines I liked. I'm going to try to say some stuff without spoiling, but I really liked how we delved more into the rage virus.
Yep, I agree.
Obviously, I like Ray Fiennes. He kills it. He's very watchable, and he's a great character. And I really like Spike. And I've started to care about Spike a little bit, which we'll get into later.
Yep.
But I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at with this movie, is I genuinely liked it more than the first 28 years movie.
Okay. I think I did too.
So, yeah. I don't know. But
should we get into spoilers?
Yeah, let's just dive into spoilers.
Yeah,
we're kind of making it short here, but we're cold. So if you haven't seen The Bone Temple, go watch it. I'd say it's a good theater experience if you're into gore and horror and zombies. And
I think if you're into this type of movie,
and you've seen the first one and low-key the other first one. So, yeah. I don't know. But
it's a lot of criteria.
Yeah. Go watch it, though.
If that's you.
If that's you, go watch it. Okay, so we low-key have Targaryen Power Rangers that are murderous. Didn't know that was on my bingo card for 2026, but that's the Jimmy Cult.
That's the Jimmy Cult.
And they're interesting.
They are interesting.
What did you think of the Jimmy Cult and all that storyline?
Yeah, I didn't really know. So they kept saying like Old Nick, and maybe that's like a British thing.
Maybe.
But I had no idea that was Satan.
Until like 2/3 of the movie when
he
they
rocks
say,
up to Ray Fiennes and is like, "Hey, yo, are you Satan?" And Ray Fiennes is like, "No, I'm not Satan."
Which, to be fair,
it's not the
it's
worst
not
conclusion.
No, it's not the craziest jump for them to be like, there's a red man and he has a bone temple.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
That might be Satan. If I saw that in the wild, I'd be like, you know what? That might be Satan. That wouldn't shock me. So,
yeah, no, I that's fair. I totally lost my train of thought. What was I saying?
something about coughing and Ray Fiennes.
Yeah, guys, I'm still kind of sick. Yeah, I think. I mean, I don't know a ton about satanic cults, but I would
Probably a good
say
thing.
this was a very eccentric version,
Sure.
and I mean, I think it gave like your classic cult thing of like the leader's the only one who can hear from God or Satan or whatever.
Sure.
And then he just manipulates the crap out of everyone.
Yeah.
Which was very apparent. And this cult was also just like the definition of disgusting.
Yeah. All
and
like it's,
gross.
they're never like, I don't know. They're never put up on a pedestal at all. Like, this is not good.
Yeah, it's not glorifying Satanism at all. Which,
Yeah, and I don't
huge
love like
plus.
watching that stuff on screen. And I didn't love watching
The
this
scene
stuff
in
on
the
screen.
cabin or the barn
Oh my gosh.
was one of the grossest things I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was pretty gross.
Yeah,
But
it's
they're
nasty.
very much painted as the bad guys.
Right.
So, yeah, and you feel bad for Spike the whole time, like, because he's kind of stuck. 'Cause,
Yeah.
Like, what's he gonna do if he tries to leave? They're gonna kill him. So, he's kind of stuck, but also he doesn't want to do all this stuff.
I do think they established the rules of the cult and how they kind of function as a
Yes.
group very well.
Yes.
And without a lot of exposition, which I think is really good.
I think it's also just crazy thinking back to the prologue of the first one, because this is very much set up, like
Right.
this whole
It is.
story and movie, right? And I mean, it's kind of set up of his dad was a priest that was like, oh, you know, the Judgment Day is happening, and then the whole Teletubbies thing, and that somehow made the Jimmy Cult. You know, it's very interesting. So I give this movie props for being consistent and like the stories are interwoven. It doesn't feel like they made the first one. They're like, how can we make the second one crazier?
Right.
Like this was very much where they were going, I guess.
I think you're exactly right. Like props for consistency and like within your universe, because apparently that's really hard nowadays. You look at every other cinematic universe.
Yeah, freaking Star Wars, dude.
But you're also kind of like, why is this where you went? Like a Teletubby satanic cult
I don't
in
know.
your zombie apocalypse universe.
Yeah, I do feel like all of what happens, to an extent, makes sense if you give it the setup. Like, every single thing that happens, I feel like, okay, that tracks why these characters would do this. Or like, when or Dr. was it Ian Kelsey?
Yeah.
When he's like, oh, I kind of have to act like Satan or else I'm going to get killed. Like, that makes sense.
Right.
So, I don't know. I feel like all the character motivations and stuff, they're all consistent as well, which I appreciate.
I agree.
There's one part of the story that I was actually very invested in, which was the whole rage virus Samson thing, which I didn't expect from this movie whatsoever, but I thought it was really cool. So
Yeah, I totally agree.
yeah, I don't know if you have any other thoughts on all of that.
I mean, I think this movie was kind of just like two separate trains, and then eventually they merged.
Yeah,
I kind of thought at the end Samson was going to come in and murk everybody.
I did too. I was
I
expecting
thought
that the
that's
whole
how it
time.
was going to end.
Yeah,
But yeah, I think we needed. I think you can have your zombie movie where it's just the zombies are bad,
Mhm.
or you can have your zombie movie like this and it's like miles interesting.
yes, this
Miles,
was more interesting.
yes.
Yeah, and I mean, it felt a little bit like biblical, like creation of man a little bit. Like when there's a scene where he like gets the berry and like crushes it and stuff, or like I don't know. There's something about it that it kind of feels like he's being reborn as a human. Which
well, I mean, he kind of is.
He is. Which I guess he kind of retrieves memories from his life earlier, but I don't know. It's very interesting. Super, super cool. The one thing about all this is that this dude, Dr. Ian Kelsey, is chilling on the mainland alone with just old medicine that he's found all over the mainland. And he is somehow able to cure the rage virus.
Yeah.
And the rest of the world for 28 years is like, nah, we're going to leave him alone on Great Britain. Like, we're just going to leave him alone.
Yeah, it is. It is. When you extrapolate the fact that he literally gave him like 5 pills and he was cured.
5 pills and some morphine and he's chilling.
You're like, wait.
Yeah.
That's all it took.
Yeah. And I don't know. If that's the biggest quote-unquote plot hole, I think I can get over that. But I do think it's kind of funny that this dude just like shot a guy with a blow dart and didn't really measure out the amount of morphine and healed him.
And
it's interesting.
I think it's also wild that as Ray Fiennes is dying, he doesn't tell anyone that he's figured out how to cure the infected.
Or like, I was kind of hoping he'd be like, make sure you tell other people how I healed you.
Like, hey, yo, I have a cure.
Like, this would be kind of important, but he just dies, and that's that. So,
yeah.
I don't know if we'll ever see that storyline resolved.
Bro, if we don't, I will be very upset.
Here's the thing about this movie. Going into this movie, I was like, okay, the first 28 years, it was okay. Like, I was fine with it, but I didn't have a huge desire to keep up with this franchise at all. I watched this movie, and I think we'll have to talk a little bit about the setup at the end. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to go watch the third movie because I'm invested in these characters. Specifically, Spike, I think, is one that I mentioned I've grown attached to a little bit. But I don't know. I'm very interested to see where this franchise goes, which I didn't expect to say. So props to the Bone Temple for getting me invested.
Yeah, I think, I mean, we can get into the little cameo at the end with Cillian Murphy.
Yeah. Which is what makes this kind of the third movie. It's because Cillian Murphy is an established character in this universe. Which what is his name? I don't even remember.
Jim.
Oh, no way.
Oh, no.
We're so cooked.
Oh, no.
I think it is Jim.
No, I know it's Jim.
Oh, gosh, that's insane.
Frick. Stay away, Jim.
They already got me hooked with that because the first movie I thought was the actual first movie was very good.
I still think it's the best one.
Yeah, by far. And the whole thing about family, and now this guy who kind of became the dad of this group, right? He now has a daughter.
Oh, so sweet.
And you know it's with that same girl from the first one, right?
Yeah.
And like, I think it's just them, which I'm sure there will be some backstory.
I kind of hope it's not them and they just couldn't get the other actors back. I want all 4 of them to be alive.
I don't know if they are.
Oh,
either way.
That would make me sad.
Either way, them being there and then him coming back as a dad makes me so much more invested because I really cared about the whole family storyline in the first one. And so to see him as a dad again and then wanting to help Spike, who's on his own journey, I'm like, wait, these are all characters that I low-key care about.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Props to Alex Garland for getting us back to this point because I will watch your third, 5th movie. So.
And bring Aaron Taylor Johnson back because
I'm sure he will come back.
Bro is looking for his son and then just not in this movie at all.
Yeah, which I have a feeling he'll be introduced in the third one. It's like he's on the mainland, even though Spike told him not to come find him. And then he'll be like, I've been searching this whole time.
I've been searching for 28
I was searching the whole
years.
second movie. I just wasn't in it. So,
yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. But
did you like the... I'm going to say the Solo chick and the Brave New World chick. Not Brave New World. Winter Soldier, Falcon Winter Soldier.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I do like her. She's in I think she's in The Green Knight as well.
She is.
She's in some good stuff.
I like her.
I like her.
As
I would
an
like to
actress
see
a lot.
more of her. I think she's great. No, I did like her. I didn't even recognize her in this movie, low-key. Like, everybody looks different. She had all the scars and the Targaryen wig, so that was interesting. But I did think she was great. She was a great character. I think a good foil for the main Jimmy, and also
It's just so dumb.
a good kind of sister character for Spike.
I agree.
Like she is a good older sister in the context of this satanic Jimmy cult. Crazy sentence I just said there, but I feel like it makes sense. So
One
What'd
day
you think?
we're gonna have Alex Garland on the podcast
Oh,
and be
gosh.
like, explain Bone Temple, please.
How did you get here?
How did you get here? Just tell us why.
Yeah. I am very curious what his inspirations for this story are. I don't know what they are. But.
Yeah.
Now, what did you think of the sister character, though?
I thought she was good. I mean, honestly, I think I've seen Solo and Brave New World. I'm not going to say that, actually, because I don't remember those two movies very well. Or show.
Solo's great. Solo is slept on.
I agree.
Tune back in May.
No, I thought she was good. I'm glad Spike had someone just because he was getting abused.
Yes.
And the Jimmy cult was despicable. So
yeah,
I'm kind of glad that they got their comeuppance.
Yeah, I would agree. I think something too, which I mentioned, we called about this movie last night after we watched it.
We did.
Something that this movie kind of established, because the first one he's like, I'm not coming back to the mainland, and then the second one you're like, Spike, get the frick back to the mainland. Or
Yeah.
no, wait, sorry, not the mainland, the island or wherever they are, right? And I do think it gave us like an end destination, an end goal. Like if the movie trilogy concludes happily with everybody getting on that island, that will feel like good resolution. Kind of like when they get back to the Shire to an extent at the end of Lord of the Rings. Like or maybe The Hobbit. It's some place to get back to, you know?
Yeah.
So I do think this trilogy has set up some sort of destination. Will it reach there? No idea. But I don't know. I feel like that's good storytelling too. So
Here's my ideal for the third one.
Okay.
Spike and Captain America Solo chick.
Jimmy.
Spike.
Oh, she said her name.
Wait, nah, she said her name.
I can't remember what it is.
Kelly.
There's Kelly, Kelsey, Jim, and Jimmy. What are we doing?
Oh my god.
What are we doing?
So good, dude. Kelly and Spike rock up to Jim and unnamed daughter.
Yes. Right.
I want them to touch base. Spike says, "Hey yo, we have this island where no infected are." Jim's jaw hits the ground and says, "Wish I had known that 28 years later." Wait, earlier. And then they start making their way. We have another little adventure.
Mm-hmm.
But then Aaron Taylor Johnson rocks up. And then him and Jim have some beef. Because Jim's like, I kind of like Spike. Like, he's kind of my son. And Spike's like, I kind of like Jim. And Aaron Taylor Johnson's like, wait.
That is my actual kid.
That's my actual kid. And maybe I've been a terrible father. And, like, he rethinks his life. And then they end up in the island. And Aaron Taylor Johnson has this arc of, like, learning not to be a lying man.
And they all live happily
ever after.
We'll see.
That's what I want.
This series is unpredictable, so I have no idea if we'll get there.
True.
But there's a lot of great potential here. I think coming off this movie, I'm like, the potential is even higher.
No, I think it's true.
Because I think the first 28 Years movie was like, we're going to get zany when they brought the Jimmy Cult in at the end of it, right? And this one, I feel like, touched into the zany, but also really tapped into the story part of it that I appreciated. So, yeah.
I didn't even talk about Samson in that headcanon.
Samson will come in.
Yeah, he's just with them. He's their big, beefy protector.
Yes. I don't really have much else to say about this movie. I thought it was a good time. I think the scene where Dr. Ian Kelsey puts on the music is kind of crazy. So,
what do you mean by crazy?
Just crazy. There's a lot of sequences in this movie that I'm like, that was kind of wild. That was what I just watched. But yeah, all right. I don't have anything else to say. You want to rate this movie?
I'm gonna say, if you like this series, I would say this is the most graphic and honestly like the weirdest. But if you like it, go see it in theaters.
Yeah, I would actually agree with that.
Okay.
I do think there's an asterisk of like, this isn't just like everybody watching it.
Yeah, this is. I wouldn't say. Yeah, I would say you have to know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah, agreed. All right, well, guys, we have something coming up next week. Don't know what it is off the dome. We might be going to see Dead Man's Wire.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for probably Dead Man's Wire.
Dacre Montgomery, Coleman Domingo, Gus Van Sant, baby.
Yes, that's already out, actually.
It is already out.
So we need to go catch up on that one. And we're going to start talking some Oscars and some Hollywood at some point, too. So hit that subscribe button. We've got a lot of great content in the pipeline. And we love you guys. So thanks for sticking around.
Yep.
Take a break.
Enjoy the film.
And pray for Drew.
Yeah, for real.